Homebuilder Lennar posting results after the bell. Diana Olick joins us now as a special guest. Hi, Diana.
Hi, Joe. Yeah, Lennar shares are higher after the Miami-based homebuilder posted better than expected quarterly earnings despite a drop in new orders. The company offered an upbeat outlook, saying buyer demand came back in May and has continued to improve this month. Joining me now is Stuart Miller, Executive Chairman and former CEO of Lennar. Stuart, thanks so much for being here.
Good morning, Diana.
Good morning. Now, that was a quick turnaround. Were you surprised at buyers coming back so quickly in May? And do you think it'll hold into the fall, or was it just a temporary bounce from all that pent-up spring demand?
Well, it was a very quick turnaround. And in fact, we saw, as the economy shut down, we saw a real stall from mid-March through the end of April. But beginning really in the middle of April, we started to see a pickup. And it just accelerated, momentum built. And as we got to the end of May, we saw that our sales, not just our closings, but our sales had really normalized. And even as we've gone into June, we're going to discuss this on our earnings call in just a little bit. Into June, we're continuing to see that strength. Now, as we look around the corner, there's no question that the economy is still looking to get back on track. And we're going to have to see what low unemployment does and whether it's sustainable into the fall. But for right now, with low interest rates, the housing market's looking very strong.
Now, you said at the end of Q1, just before the pandemic really kicked in and you saw those sales drop, that you were going to pull back on construction as well as your land purchases. So given how light you are now in land and potentially labor, are you able to meet this new surge in demand?
Well, there's no question that we did pause. As the market stalled, we paused our land purchases, land development, and our starts as well. So we know that as we get to the fourth quarter, we're going to have a little bit of we're going to be a little bit short on our closings, but nonetheless, we rebooted pretty quickly as the market started showing signs of recovery in housing. Starting in the beginning of April, we started buying, we started developing, we started starting our homes. So I think that there'll be a little bit of a pause in our numbers, but it'll come back very quickly.
Now, you've always been very focused on technology. How did you leverage that in the company when you had to move to virtual touring and distance selling? I mean, are people actually buying homes now that they've never been in?
So the answer is technology has been critical to almost everything that we've done, from the way that we manage our company all the way through to the way our buyers are purchasing from us. The short answer to your question is yes, we have customers that are buying homes that they haven't been in, especially people who are being transferred or moving to a new city. We're definitely using technology to demonstrate homes, to take them on virtual tours using either FaceTime or some of the three-dimensional products that we have where they can see floor plan layout on their computer from home. But certainly as the pandemic grew and people got more concerned about personal interactions, we were able to facilitate people coming to our Welcome Home Centers using a self-guided tour program where we give people a code to a lock and they're able to go through our models unattended. We've used every form of technology, and as we've said before, we've been very technology focused, and that head start in technology certainly worked to our benefit.
I think Becky's going to jump in with a question.
Hey, Diana, thanks. Stuart, just wondering, I know it's tough to paint things with a broad brush, but where are these buyers coming from? We've seen stories that people are trying to leave the cities and trying to get out and buy homes in the suburbs. Have you seen that too, or are these buyers coming from somewhere else?
Well, look, it's hard to say whether the effects of the pandemic are going to be sustainable for years to come, but certainly in the immediate sense, the stories are varied. There's no question that there are people who are fleeing the cities. There's no question that the second home has been a place of refuge. There's no question that people are rethinking whether they want to be in high-rise rentals with common spaces as amenities versus having a home of their own with a backyard. So all of these narratives are playing out in the short term. Some of them will be sticky. Some of them will probably dissipate over time as we normalize. But the stories of our buyers coming in are as varied as you can think, and all of the narratives hold true right now while we're still trying to see recovery.